go. I do this side and that side. Take the fuel lines out. And before we wrestle the tank under here, go ahead and cut that old fuel wire and add a new wire back and leave it dangle, and we'll make it go into that connector. Yeah, not the old school way. Old hand tight. And then we're also going to before we stab the tank in here, let's see, can't remember. We'll spray the bottom of this floor and these cross members with some Rust-Oleum paint. And then we will put the tank in. Of course, after I jack it up some. This wire here, we need to redo. They got a butt connected 50 places. This wire here, we kind of just get rid of. We got a new ground. Might put both of them there. I don't know, that'd be kind of hard to get to it if we need it. Let's see. We will see. Probably could have put the impact on this, but I don't want to over tighten them. That's the bushing up. Get all this stuff done. I got the exhaust in and mufflers that I wanted for it, quiet down a little bit so we can actually tune it, make sure she's running right. And we're damn close, guys, damn close. Old girl's been sitting in the driveway for a couple weeks. Haven't touched her. And did I pick a damn good day to work on it. It's reached about 100 here. Holy moly, it's hot. I like it. That. Now we're gonna sneak in here and get rid of these old nasty fuel lines. I don't know if you guys can see what's going on or not. There's bad boys is what we're getting rid of. If I don't knock you over. Alright. Can't remember what size it is. I'll say it was 1/2 inch. She is. Short strokes, baby. think I'm gonna have any more until you get down there. I feel like a piece of hot bologna down here. We're on the other side of the axle now, so time to move. Well, got our line laid out here. Really don't like measuring everything, so what I do is I leave it looped. Put my fittings on that end, and put my fittings there, which these are the fittings. I'm gonna go ahead and hook them up. This is just a breather. Once them are hooked, we'll get this, well, I gotta put the rubber on it. I'll show you what I got going out here. Got some rubber to stick on the tank. That's the filler neck hose that I had bent over for some reason. Nothing lay out in the heat so it'll flatten out. And lasts about 20 minutes. As you can see, been going under there and taking, don't mind that pole light. I ripped it out of the ground yesterday. But down here taking all the old fuel lines out and taking the clamps off the old fuel lines and putting smaller clamps on for the brake line, because the brake line and all fuel lines run together on these vehicles. I got these real big long clamps, so you have to take it in for a single hose clamp or single, you know what I mean, hell. So So we got all that out. Got the wires cut off. And this wire is long enough to where I'm going to get all this under here after I put the rubber on. I'm just going to run a strip on these center four. I don't think I need one here. So I'm going to run one here and there because these set up in the cross member and you don't want that rubbing a hole in. We're going to put all that up there. Then I got to mark which one of those is going to be my feed. And I'll bring that loop up where I need it nice and tight, where I need it so I can clamp it and put hold downs on it. Then I'll cut it off at the filter, put my fitting on it, attach it to the filter. I already got one running from the regulator to the filter. Well, here, I'll just show you how. It's kind of dark, but there's the regulator. I already got one ran over. Right here's the other one. Now my filter will be right here. These are the power wires for the fuel pump. I gotta run them back across the other side. So my fuel filter will be here. This will connect to the other end. And I'll be running that loop from the tank up behind this body mount here. And then I got a tie down right here. So I'll run it down, cut it off at the filter where I need it. And then the other one, just keep on, unroll it all the way up to my return. And then it's easy to get to where I can clean the filter. Easy to get to if I need to change the regulator. So, and this way I'm not wasting line. I'm not cutting it 50 times. So this is a piece of leftover I had from running the line off the intake to the fuel line off the intake to the regulator. We're going to use this as the charcoal side. We're going to run this up and around and up with the filler. But I had a real short piece left. Might have to cut it off, might not. I don't know. Figure it out when we get it under there. We got the back all cleaned out. We got all the suspension tight now. Now we're getting ready to put the spare tub in. I still got sand on that a little bit. Put the bolt in. And then, yeah. Once we got the spare tub in, and that's sanded and bolted in, before I roll this with Rust-Oleum, we're gonna roll just the fender well in this floor with Rust-Oleum. And then before I do that, I'm gonna make my little S-like channel for the wood floor. That's on bolt here. So we're leaving this part non-wood. So it's gonna be a flat bar from here up and lip over the wood a little bit. I'm gonna make a piece here, and I'll make a piece back there, and it's all gonna bolt up in the original chrome strip holes. That's gonna hold the wood down. So it's just gonna be a floater. We're gonna put some rubber strips under here so it ain't rattling. Might even take some old some of the dynamite I got left over and just run here and there, just some small pieces. Just keep it from rattling. This is the rubber we got for the tank. It's got a little bit of dry rot on it, but we're gonna use it. If it leaks, we'll replace it. We're gonna run them about like that, here and here, and I'll stick it down. That way, this edge ain't rubbing the cross member. There's actually a cross member up here that loops over this like this. It starts from here to here. So we're gonna put it right through there, front and back. Get this bad boy in. Get the new straps on. Bolt her all up. Hook her lines up. We're gonna go ahead and put temporary 5 gallons of fuel in it. Hook her power up and see if she's gonna work. But that's more to come. Guys, I've been wanting to do like a I want to do a roof rack on this. And I don't want to do a full roof rack. But my dad found these aluminum pipe. This is all aluminum. I think he said it was like a roof rack for like an old van or something. I can't remember, but I got all kinds of these pieces. And it sits awful high, but I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I was thinking about bringing it down, taking this pipe to where this and this touch and just have a little piece in here. Bringing it all the way down to about right here. And down and around. I got enough of it up there to go all the way around. I don't know. You guys tell me. This ain't gonna be no show rig. We are doing... Let's just say she's gonna be an old girl. I want to use old things for it. We've done use a bunch of old stuff under the hood. I didn't buy new mirrors. I found some old factory mirrors that, you know, scratch, dent here and there. The only thing new on the outside is going to be the new chrome strips that goes down the center, because this thing had a chrome package on it. This was chrome at one time, which I got these new that go through here, and I got the one on the windshield that's new that goes through there. So the new chrome weather strip, new chrome strip down through there, and this thing all cleaned up. It's gonna look good, I think. I mean, old rusty and shiny. I don't know. I've done blabbered enough. You guys let me know what you think on the whole roof rack thing, and just put down in the comments. Let me know what you think. I don't know yet. It's still in the air for me, up in the air for me. I think these things look cool for roof rack. And I don't know, maybe find some an old antique like crate or something I can tie up there. I don't know, an old trunk. I don't know. Might not even put nothing up there. But you guys let me know. Here we are. Another hot ass day. And building fuel line. And this is not the right one. Building fuel line and putting the tank in. Got old Danielle jacked up on stands. We're gonna make these two ends. Already got one done. Forgot to hit the red button. Get this end made in the shade. And then get the tank in there and put a jack under it to hold it. Get our line made so we don't waste line, or line marked where we need it to stop. And drop the tank back out, take these off, bring it back out, cut the line, and put other ends on them. And then we can hook her all up, clean the filter, make sure she's on work, put 5 gallons in her, see what happens. Now if you didn't catch what I said before, if you wasn't following along, this is all Evo Energy stuff. I've used it on just about all my LS and non-LS stuff so far. Seems to work alright. Don't dry pop this. Okay? Let me lay this here because I'm bad about putting stuff up when I'm not done with it. I like to take a dab, just a dab, transmission fluid. Oh man, that's not a dab, that's a shit ton. But I run around here and put it on the threads. Just a dab. It won't hurt nothing. Everyone's like, oh, spit on it. Haktua! But, you know, not gonna do that. Boom. No, I don't have no special wrench or anything like that. I mean, put it in the clamp a little bit, hold up, get it cranking. When I go into the stops, and if I can, I line up the nut edges together just to make sure it's good and tight. And it's flat on all 6 edges. Like that. Now, got both sides made. If you guys never use these, which if you're watching my amateur videos, I'm assuming some of you have, some of you haven't. When you put this piece on the line, it's got threads in there where it goes on the line. It is left-handed thread. Okay, so it's lefty's tighty, righty's loosey. You thread it on there, it threads on easy. This is regular thread, right hand tight, and you thread it inside of itself. I've had a lot of buddies fight and fight and fight to get this on the line, and they're going right-handed. It's left-handed. Thread right on the hose. I usually take a lighter and just burn the fray and twist it off. You don't need to, but I usually do. This is just a vent line, but now that we got these two made, as you can see, it's all one big line. Alright, now I could cut this in half, but then I'd waste line. So yeah, you gotta do a little bit more work to save a little bit of money, but I'll thread these on here onto the sending unit. I know you guys can't see, you're looking right at my ugly face, but get these threaded on here, just snug, both of them, and then I'll grab the camera. Alright, let me show you here. Alright, we got them both on here. Now I'm going to put a clamp here. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. Hold down clamp. I'm going to put one of these here. And I don't know about this one yet because I don't know which way I got to run it. It might just be zip tied. But I'm going to put this about right here so I know these are not going to move, vibrate. These are actually going to come right there and bend over a little bit just for it to go across the frame. But this is all one line connected. Now, let's just say I cut that in half. I know you guys are tired of me talking, let's just get some work done, but if I cut that in half even, I already know my return's gonna be short, or my feed's gonna be short. So, if I cut that right there, and my other end ends right there, I got 2 short pieces by the time I'm done because you'll have to cut this one too. So I loop them, run them where I need them, mark them with tape, cut both ends, and then I have one long piece still together instead of 2. But that's how I do it. So yeah, all this is nasty and rusty, but you know, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm gonna send it, budget bill. But I got, this is just one I had laying around. We got 2 straight ends, 2 straights. And I got some more clamps. I think I got about 4 of them. These straights are going to be for the other end where they hook to the filter and the regulator. So, let's get after it. Man. Whew. Had to hydrate for a minute. It is hot as hell. It's not really Temperature's not really high. It's the damn humidity, man. I'm sticking in places I don't ever stick before, but. Alright guys, it's gonna be kinda hard for you to see what I'm doing. Bring my trim under here. Where I put this one jag. Get our lines, or line, whatever you say, up where we want it to go. Just being here, we just kind of need to go that way. Jack under. You guys know a better way of not wasting this stuff, marking it and everything. Let me know. You know? Now before I put the tank up, I gotta remember which one's feed. Can't remember. Alright. I gotta go get some small zip ties so I can mark these where I want to cut them, and I know which one's my feed because I have a bad memory. So this is what we're going to do. If you guys can see, I'm going to mark my feed on the other side. My feed's going to be pink. See my lines. See my lines. Oh yeah. All good. Alright. I don't see wrong with it. Oh, let's get over here. Line this out and mark them. I wasn't going to come through there, but somehow I got this all fucked up. Alright. Should have taped these together. Go through here, through here. Just put your face right in that stuff. Okay. You're down here. Ah, shit. I would do that, wouldn't I? Hot damn. Well, do her again. Now I don't have my filter. This needs to go over there. Alright, here's that one. I think that's about how we'll run it. Might go. Could go there. No. Enough just to clamp it. Not right there. This is my feed. And it has to go. Right there. My feed's pink. Now, we know where that one has to go. Take this back off. Get back up here out of the way. If it will. Might not. Now, purple. Get it to where it'll clamp right there too. And we'll cut it right there. Alright. Now, lower tank down just enough to unthread them at the other end. Cut these, put the fittings on, bolt the filter, hook up the pump, mark the pump, hook up the filter neck, all that good stuff. Alright, now we got her marked. Got it back out. I didn't bore you guys with me dropping the tank back. So we know the purple one is the return. There's the return. I like to put some tape around it too, just so it don't fray real bad. You break your old slice out. Whatever battery on, it's probably dead anyway. Cut her off. Now, feed. We got two on here. This was just a market that was a feed. This is where we need to cut it. And probably did that wrong. Probably don't be short now, but oh well. Yeah. Another cut. Oh yeah. Now, I'll show you why I went through all that trouble doing what I did. Now, here's what we have. Okay? For the tank. Here's what we got left over. Now, if I would have cut that in the middle, we had two real small short pieces that probably would have never been used for anything. But now we got one long piece, which can replace, it's a little bit longer than the feed line that I cut. So if I cut that too short, we'll come back and use this one and do it all over again. But wrap some tape around this, We'll roll her up and put her on the shelf. Now, we're going to get our straight fittings on. Now, I'm going to blow through all this, but I'm going to get the fittings. Well, I'm going to go ahead and blow through it first before I get them fittings stuck on there. Alright then. Blew through them, make sure there's no rubber left in them. I'm cutting them. Now if I can find it in my tape. Lefty tighty. Boom. A little bit of trans fluid, or should I say Dex, ATF, I don't know. Shears. There's that one. Now, the other one. This here's the return. I know you guys are tired of hearing me saying that, but you know. You don't need a whole lot. Just enough to lube her out. Alright. Our lines are made. Now before I put these back in, we got a little bit of rattle canning to do. I ain't gonna bore you guys with that. I'm just gonna spray under the floor where the tank goes and up on the cross member a little bit before we permanently put that tank in there. But lines are done. Tank's under sitting on a stand. Want to reach under there and catch a buzz, spray some. But then we'll put it up in there permanently, run all the lines, hook them up, hook our clamps up, and then we're going to run our power wires back down the other side of the frame, and we're going to hook up our pump and gauge and put 5 gallons in her and see what happens. Alright guys, addressing another problem. Should order these from somewhere else, but it's not a big deal. Got these off Amazon. Saying I was getting a good deal. Well, they're that much too big. And I know the size of the tank I got. So we modified one already. I'll show you how we did it. I gotta straighten this out and mark it. All I did was cut a hair off and bolt the rod back on. And what anyone would do, right? Double check. Close enough. Alright. Now this thing's still hot as hell. I'm just gonna wing it here. Do a little center punch. I broke my vice the other day. He broke the tooth off. Right. I'll drill this out just a little bit. Now, them rivets was holding. A couple little bolts were holding. You know? If I can find them. I know I just had all of them. There's a little bit of Loctite on it. I don't ever see it going anywhere anyway. I'm gonna get this under there and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright. You can see where we shortened it. Yeah, there's some bolts. I might cut them off later. I don't know. It's not, nothing's hurting it. It's not in the way. Tank is sitting there. Our hoses are all nice and free. Vent. And here's our harness. It's just sitting here just in case we have to move it again. And all of our lines are ran up there for filter to hook up and regulator. So now, and this right here is pretty dang close. Like it's kind of touching. There's like a brace right here to hold this filler neck to the floor. And my hose split, so I gotta find a hose. So for now, what I'm thinking will work if I take this clamp off and there's it's like something like this right here, but it's on the floor. what I'm going to do is bend it a little bit flatter and rehook this, and it should give us enough clearance. This should never flex enough to hit that. Might as well jumping it or something. But I mean, it might move back and forth, but I don't think it's going to be enough to, I don't know, we'll see. Might even take the neck loose up here at the plastic and rotate this that way a little bit and re-drill the holes for the plastic to bolt up. But we can always just keep an eye on it and see what it does. Yep. But now, break time. Go in here and get something to eat and cool off. I haven't showed you guys. Here's some mufflers. They're like an off-brand of Flowmaster. I can't remember the name of them now. I got like a skull or something on the name, but no, I mean they're big as my hand. So we get the tank in, lines in, filter in. We're gonna put the exhaust on next. Make sure everything's strapped down, tied down, and put fuel in it and set it back on the ground. Alright guys, I'm back at it. About ready to call it a day. We got our lines ran, got them up here, 2 separate mounts into a factory hole in the frame. We still got to run this up the filler neck, and then I got my fuel pump wires to take care of, which I think I'm gonna have to extend them. If I do, it ain't gonna be much, but I'll show you what else. Alright. Got the lines ran over. I got them here to where they're tied together, and then another factory mount with a rubber mount to keep them from moving. And then got the filter in. Another rubber mount, and then 2 factory clamps up here by the regulator, back to back. I couldn't find, I thought I had a rubber one, but just used the factory ones. But it's all ran on the outside of the frame here where I can see it. All I gotta do is take one line loose and an Allen screw, and I can clean the filter. But all the lines is ran and hooked. The only thing is I gotta find something. I might take like a spacer. It's hard to see, but there's a factory hole here, and might take like a spacer so I could hook this where it ain't kind of going like that. But I don't know, we'll see. This stuff's pretty strong stuff, so I just noticed this is pulling out. Might have to loosen that up, tighten them up, and twist it back and tighten them. I don't know. So we got for now, tank is in, straps are on, lines are ran. We got electrical and mufflers. Alright guys, we're back under here. Right here's my fuel pump connector for the gauge and the pump. Here's my gauge wire, my pump power wire, and ground. Got a ground back here too, so what we're going to do is just run these grounds up and ground them on the frame together. And then I don't have a connector this small, so what I'm going to do is just wire these together for now, temporary, until I get a connector. Then we'll put it on a connector where I can unplug it if I have to take the tank down. But right now we're just gonna cut the end of this off, and I'll show you finished product here in a minute. Kind of a tight spot, and got one hand and no stand. Alright guys, we got it all wired up. The straps ain't tight, but I want to make sure the pump and everything's working. All right, Parker, just turn it. Don't start it. You can hear it running. All right, off and on. Working pretty good, and I mean, we barely got any fuel in it. But give me 1 second. Start it. Let off. As soon as you hit it, let off. But she is running. Grinding the starter a little bit. That's all right. They're learning. No leaks. Old girl sounds good. We're getting ready to test fit the mufflers on it. There's our filter. No leaks. Regulator, no leaks. Still got some zip tying and stuff to do. But it'll come to. Alright, shut her off, bub. What do you think? Oh yeah. Alright. I'll be in a minute. I'm gonna test fit some mufflers. And if they fit on there right, I'll have you come back out and start it. You ready? Mm-hmm. Sounds different. Tell me if you like it this way better or the loud way. All right. Which we're gonna add some more pipe. So, ready? This one? Better, isn't it? Not too loud. We kind of just stuck the pipes on to see what it was going to sound like. So, we're going to do away with the graceful. It's flare out our other pipe. We'll run it back to about right here. We're going to put our mufflers right in here. And I'm going to turn them out this way under the leaf spring. But she sounds way better. And also went in and did some adjustments on the computer the other day. Actually read it and then did all my stuff on the laptop, and I wrote it to the computer. With the long tube headers, the bank 1, bank 2 was reading a little different. Got a little bit of belt tweak. Still got some more tidy work up here to do. I have to change the radiator. Where the peacock goes in for the drain, something's wrong with it. It leaks. I put a new O-ring and everything on it, it still leaks. So I got a couple more, but we'll do that later. But now, I mean, it just fires right up. She has been running a while. And she still might be running a little rich yet. Because I gotta drive it with the laptop hooked to it so we can adjust the fuel trims. But sounds a lot better. I can't wait. We can't wait. Can you wait, Parker? No. Start cruising this thing? No. Me either. Don't want to get too hot. It does have antifreeze in it, but it leaks, and I don't got my fans in it right now. And I got the transmission dipstick in the mail. I'm gonna stick it in there before I let it down. That's the main reason I'm leaving it on the stands. I got the small hose at the filler neck. Has a small rip in it. I think I actually cut it, taking all that out. So I gotta find a hose, and we got some zip tie work. I know. A man should not run out of zip ties. That's all I gotta say. And guess what? I ran out of damn zip ties. So I gotta go buy some more zip ties. It's not necessary zip tie the hell out of it. It's just getting like where I made the harness for the pump. zip tied up to the factory harness so it's up nice inside the frame. And then that's about it. We got one rubber clamp to put in. We got one of these put on the fuel lines that come above, right off the fuel tank. We're going to put this up to the floor cross member to hold them up and nice and tight where they're not wiggling around, just floating. So we got some small stuff to do. My kids really don't like getting on camera very much, but Parker was all for it today. This hose here. Now this originally went clear up the frame under the hood to a charcoal canister. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it yet, but we're gonna make some kind of room in here. We're gonna put it in here somewhere, but we're gonna hook a filter to it and leave it tucked back in here by the filler neck. Yeah, we might smell fuel here and there, but I mean, I've done it to my car the same way and I never really smell it. So, yeah. Well, I got a mess to clean up. We gotta do some football practice. What else do we gotta do? Let's see here. I got a mess over here. Got a jack stuff to put up. But yeah, guys, I appreciate it. Appreciate all of you that watches. I appreciate my family and stuff for allowing me to do all this stuff. I can't stop tinkering. I mean, I'm always gonna be turning wrenches on something, either at work or at home. I gotta stay busy. I can't just sit around. But yeah. Hey guys, I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification, comment, do what you do, show me some love so I can get some more content out. Now, real quick, we're gonna go finish up that little bit of stuff underneath and let's see, finish up that little bit underneath, do the exhaust the rest of the way, and then we're gonna bolt the seats down and put all the interior pieces back together, and then we're gonna finish the wood floor. I got it all in, marked, measured where I need to cut it. We did the layout the other day. I don't know if I got it on camera or not, because let's just say after about 6 brewskis, you kind of forget to hit that red button. You know what I mean? But yeah, got all laid in there and marked. We just got to see what happens. But yeah, appreciate it, guys. Later.